Now we have seen about the simple harmonic motion. In SHM, what we have seen that the magnitude of the force is directly proportional to displacement of the particle from the mean position. And secondly, that we have seen force and displacement are oppositely directed. Force and displacement are oppositely directed. And from these two conditions, we can write for SHM F is equal to minus Ks. Here K is constant of proportionality and we can call it as a force constant. We also derived the differential equation for simple harmonic motion, and that is d2x by dt square plus omega square x is equal to 0. Now if we use y instead of x, then we can write this equation also as d2y by dt square plus omega square y is equal to 0. And the displacement y is given by y is equal to a sine omega t plus alpha. Here a represent the amplitude and omega t plus alpha represent the phase that we have seen last time. It represents the state of oscillation of the particle here. Now that we have seen these conditions for the simple harmonic motions that we have already derived. And we have also seen about the differential equation. Now see about the composition of two SHMs. The same particle may be subjected simultaneously to two or more SHMs. These two SHMs may be along the same line, may be along the different line. These SHMs may have the same amplitude or different amplitudes, may have same frequency or different frequencies. Number of cases are to be occurred here. Now here we simply consider the two SHMs of equal frequencies. Consider the composition of two SHMs of equal frequency, and these are acting along the same line. These are we have to consider here. Now these two SHMs are the composition of two SHMs. The simple case is two SHMs of equal frequencies. Two SHMs of equal frequencies and they are along the same line. Now here we can describe these two SHMs as Y1 is equal to A1 sine omega t plus alpha 1. Suppose this is our equation number 1. And y2 is equal to a2 sine omega t plus alpha 2. Equation number 2 here. These two SHMs are along the same line because their displacements are along the y-axis, y1 and y2. Their frequencies are same that we can designate here. Omega here is also omega. Frequency is same for both the SHMs. Their amplitudes are different, A1 and A2, and their initial phases are also different here, alpha 1 and alpha 2. The same particle is subjected to two SHMs which are along the same line, having the same frequency. Their amplitudes are different, but also initial phases are to be different here. According to superposition principle, the resultant SHM is given by y is equal to y1 plus y2. We can put the values of y1 and y2 there. y1 is equal to a1 sine omega t plus alpha 1 plus Y2 is A2 sine omega t plus alpha t. Now we can have sine A plus B, that is sine A plus B. Sine A plus B is equal to sine A cos B plus cos A sine B here. And therefore we can solve this equation and we will get here it is equal to A1 sine omega t cos alpha 1 plus cos omega t sine alpha 1 plus A2 sine omega t cos alpha 2 plus cos omega t sine alpha 2 here is equal to, that we write here A1 sine omega t cos alpha 1 plus A1 cos omega t sine alpha 1 plus A2 sine omega t cos alpha 2 plus A2 cos omega t sine alpha 2. Now from these two equations, see here, from this equation, here we can consider sine omega t as common factor. Sine omega t can be taken as a common factor here. And therefore we can write here, it is equal to, here we write sine omega t as a common factor, and in bracket we write A1 cos alpha 1 plus from this A2 cos alpha 2 plus, now from these two terms cos omega t is taken as a common factor, that we can write here first A1 sine alpha 1 plus A2 sine alpha 2 in bracket and the common term cos omega t. Now let us suppose here this is our equation number. We can consider this as equation number 3 here. Now then we write here, or we can consider A1 these terms, A1 cos alpha 1 plus A2 cos alpha 2, that we write here A1 cos alpha 1 plus A2 cos alpha 2 is equal to R cos delta. R cos delta. Or in your book, instead of delta, they have used phi. And that's why we can represent here phi here. Here we can use the letter phi. R cos phi. Suppose this is our equation number 4. And then we can consider A1 sine alpha 1 plus A2 sine alpha 2 is equal to R sine phi. This is our equation number 5. Now we can put these values in the equation number 3. That is what? That is y is equal to, here we have seen sin omega t r cos phi. That is, we can write here y is equal to sin omega t into r cos phi plus here a1 sin alpha 1 plus a2 sin alpha 2, that is r sin phi, that we write here r sin phi cos omega t. We can write out for our convenience this equation as r sin omega t cos phi plus r cos omega t sin phi. We can write this equation like this. That is equal to, r is taken as a common factor here. R आपण common काढला या ठिकाणी. And then in bracket what we have left? R sin omega t cos phi plus cos omega t sin phi here. Sorry, this r is not here. That is equal to r sin a cos b plus cos a sin b, that we have considered earlier, and that is why we get here r sin omega t plus phi. Y is equal to r sin omega t plus phi. This is our equation number 6, and this equation represents the resultant simple harmonic motion. The resultant motion is also the simple harmonic motion, having the same frequency as that of the individual SHMs. In individual SHMs, what we have seen, y1 is equal to a1 sin omega t plus alpha 1, and y2 is equal to a2 sin omega t plus alpha t. There, see that frequency. In all cases, frequency is same. The resultant motion is also have the same frequency as that of the individual SHMs. R represent the resultant amplitude. R represent the resultant amplitude, and phi represent the initial phase of the resultant simple harmonic motion. Now we can find out the value of R then, that is resultant amplitude. We can obtain the expression here for resultant amplitude, that is R here. Now we have the equations 4 and 5. Equation 4 is that we have considered here. Equation 4 and 5, that is a1 cos alpha 1 plus a2 cos alpha 2 is equal to r cos phi, that we can consider. That we write here a1 cos alpha 1 plus a2 cos alpha 2 is equal to r cos phi. This is equation number 4. a1 sin alpha 1 plus a2 sin alpha 2 is equal to r sin phi. This is our equation number 5. Squaring and adding equation number 4, squaring and adding equation 4 and 5. Now see, square this equation. Here we can use a plus b bracket square. That is, we can write here a1 square cos square alpha 1 plus A2 square cos square alpha 2 plus twice A1 A2 cos alpha 1 cos alpha 2. A plus B bracket square. That is equal to. On the right hand side, R square cos square 5. That we write here R square cos square 5. Now then, for equation 5, we can write here A1 square sin square alpha 1 plus A2 square sin square alpha 2 plus twice A1 A2 sin alpha 1 sin alpha 2 is equal to R square sin square 5. Now we can perform the addition of these two equations. आपण addition करूया equation. Squaring झाला या ठिकाणी. Now see here, A1 square is common here, and in bracket what we have left? Cos square alpha 1 in bracket what we have, that we write here separately, A1 square and in bracket cos square alpha 1 plus sin square alpha 1, that is equal to A1 square, because cos square alpha 1 plus sin square alpha 1 is equal to 1, and hence we can write here simply we get A1 square here plus, similarly here A2 square is common, cos square alpha 2 plus sin square alpha 2 again 1, and that's why here we get A2 square. Here again we get A2 square plus, here we can take twice A1 A2 as a common factor, and in bracket what we have left, cos alpha 1 cos alpha 2 plus sin alpha 1 sin alpha 2 is equal to, on the right hand side R square is common here, and that we get R square in bracket cos square alpha 5 plus sin square 5, that is again 1, and that's why R square left on the right hand side. Now again you know that cos alpha 1 cos alpha 2 plus sin alpha 1 sin alpha 2, this can be written as cos alpha 1 minus alpha 2, and therefore finally we get here R square is equal to A1 square plus A2 square plus twice A1 A2 cos alpha 1 minus alpha 2 here. Now this is the resultant square of the resultant amplitude, and then we can write here as R is equal to here under root of A1 square plus A2 square plus twice A1 A2 cos alpha 1 minus alpha 2. And suppose here this is our equation number 7. This equation gives us the expression for amplitude of the resultant simple harmonic motion. R is equal to under root of A1 square plus A2 square plus twice A1 A2 cos alpha 1 minus alpha 2. We can take the particular cases here. Now see here, particular cases. Suppose the phase difference is 0. That is, in the first case, suppose alpha 1 minus alpha 2 is equal to 0. Then what is the value of R? Now we know R is equal to under root of A1 square plus A2 square plus twice A1 A2 cos alpha 1 minus alpha 2. Alpha 1 minus alpha 2 is 0, and therefore we write here it is equal to under root of A1 square plus A2 square plus twice A1 A2 cos 0. Cos 0. Cos 0 is equal to 1, and therefore we get here cos 0 is 1 here, and that's why we have left here only twice A1 A2. इथे फक्त आपल्याला मग R is equal to what? Under root of A1 square plus A2 square plus twice A1 A2. This can be written as under root of A1 plus A2 bracket square, and therefore R is equal to A1 plus A2. R is equal to A1 plus A2. This is first case, when the phase difference is 0. That is alpha 1 minus alpha 2 is equal to 0. Now we can consider the second case then. In second case, what we consider alpha 1 minus alpha 2 is supposed to be 180 degree or pi radian. 180 degree or pi radian. In that case, we can write here R is equal to under root of A1 square plus A2 square plus twice A1 A2 cos pi. Cos pi. Cos pi is equal to minus 1. Cos pi is equal to minus 1. And therefore we get here this equation as equal to under root of A1 square plus A2 square, sorry, here now cos pi is minus 1, and that's why we get here minus twice A1 A2, or this can be written as under root of in bracket A1 minus A2 bracket square, or simply we get here R is equal to A1 minus A2. R is equal to A1 minus A2. When the phase difference is of pi radian, R is equal to A1 minus A2. Now we consider the next case here. That is when the phase difference is of pi by 2 radian, that we can consider. Third case आपण consider. That is when alpha 1 minus alpha 2 is equal to pi by 2. Then we get R is equal to under root of A1 square plus A2 square plus twice A1 A2 cos pi by 2. Cos pi by 2 is here, cos pi by 2, that is cos 90 degree is equal to 0. And therefore we get here r is equal to under root of a1 square plus a2 square, when the phase difference is of pi by 2 radian. Again, we can repeat here for the first case, when the phase difference is of 0, that is when alpha 1 minus alpha 2 is equal to 0, in that case r is equal to a1 plus a2. When the phase difference is of pi radian, then r is equal to a1 minus a2. When the phase difference, that is alpha 1 minus alpha 2, is equal to pi by 2 radian, then r is equal to under root of a1 square plus a2 square. Thank you.